Hey guys, Seth Riley here with the White Hat Mastermind Show, and this is episode number 19. And in the past couple videos, we've actually been creating an Enfold series about building a fully responsive WordPress website from scratch, step by step, using the Enfold theme, okay? And if you've been following along, I really appreciate you, and I know that you're going to gain a lot from this. If you're just now seeing this series, then you should probably start from video number 1 in this series, okay? And if you look below each video on my blog, and you'll see a table of content area where you'll have the different outlines of each video, the title of each video there, and you can start from video number 1, okay? So I suggest you definitely do that. So throughout this series, I showed you how to configure Enfold and also just set up, just overviewed the different things in the Enfold theme. And then I also showed you about color coordinating and how to kind of set up your colors with the Enfold theme. We also talked about your header navigation, sidebar navigation, your footer navigation, and secondary menu navigation, okay, in the last video. Now in this video, we're actually going to be discussing how to create your home page with the visual editor for Enfold. And I'm also going to show you as a bonus, I'm just going to throw it in here as a bonus, I'm also going to help you create a simple landing page using the Enfold theme as well. So I just want to show you the versatility of the Enfold theme. We'll create the home page first using the visual editor that Enfold provides within their theme, and then we'll go ahead and create the landing page separately. Now I want you to note that, obviously I could spend all the time in the world perfecting these pages, but obviously in the tutorial I can't spend too long making them perfect. So just remember that I do a way better job when I'm not recording the videos. But for this example, I just want to kind of walk you through step by step just so you understand how to use the Enfold theme, okay? That's basically what this is for, okay? So let's go ahead and jump over to the site that we've been working on throughout this series, the refuse.com website, and we just want to go to the admin area, and I'm going to go ahead and click on pages. Now, we can also, just to recall and recap, this is the home page that we've created so far. So I'm going to add some more color sections here and some different Enfold elements to really make this home page look unique, okay? So I'm just going to go scroll down to home page, select home page. And as you can see, I already have the Enfold editor, the visual editor built in. So it basically deactivates the WordPress native editor when you activate the advanced layout editor, okay? And the beautiful thing about this is it has the layout elements. You can drag and drop the full width column here, the half column here, the 1/3, 2/3, 1/4, and so on and so forth. It also has a few other elements that are extremely awesome. I mean, they're just really awesome elements. And it also has a few other elements for your layout area that are really awesome, okay? And one of them is the color sections. It allows you to segment your specific page with different color layouts and theme colors. And then we have the grid row, okay? And it basically allows you to have colorized columns, okay, with no margins. So you could have, let's say, 3 columns and have 3 different colors for all different columns. I mean, how cool is that, guys? And I'm going to try my best to show you how to use the grid row. It takes a little bit of time to use, but overall, this Enfold theme is very easy to use because, the visual editor is super easy. So if we scroll back over to our home page here, what I want to do is just maybe create, another color section for the home page with, we'll throw a video on the right and maybe just a little contact form on the left here, okay? Just to get us started. So I'm just going to drag and drop the color section here. Then I'm going to go over to my content elements. I'm going to click on, actually, media elements, and I'm going to grab the video area, drag and drop it. Now, as you can see, it's going to stretch the video out the full width of the page here. So what I want to do is go back over to my layout elements and grab the 1/2 here, drag and drop it here, and then duplicate it. And then I'm going to put my video section within this. And I'm sorry, as you can see, the color section is outside of these columns. So I want to make sure that I drag and drop my columns within this area as well. And then I can just drag this column on the other side, and it'll position the video on the right side. And then what I can do is click on content elements. If you have a opt-in form, using a third-party autoresponder, you can drag and drop it here as well using the text box, okay? But If you want to use just a basic contact form or something that Enfold provides, you could do that by dragging the contact form here. And then you could select the contact form to edit what elements you want in there. We'll get rid of the subject and we'll get rid of the message. And we'll just keep the submit form button here and hit save changes. We'll also go ahead and grab a special headline and drag and drop it inside the color section. Oh, as you can see, I missed, so I got to make sure that it's not below here, that I didn't insert it wrong. This actually, I dragged and dropped it and missed, so I need to delete that or drag and drop it to the top. So I'm going to grab the special heading and drop it right there. And then I'm going to grab a white space, or a divider you should call it, and drop it below the headline. So we'll go ahead and add something cool for the headline. How about refuse to be average? And then we'll make it a headline 1. We'll go ahead and center it. And we'll use the default size. And we can add a subheadline too. Let's see here. Refuse to be average. I don't know. Become the best marketer you can be. Exclamation point. Capitalize marketer. And we'll make this 20 pixels big with 10 padding below. And then we can choose to customize our divider line, which makes it really cool. Enfold has a few different styles you can use for the divider lines. And for this, we'll go ahead and use the short spacer. It looks very cool. I'm going to go ahead and center it. And then we'll go back over, hit update. Then we're going to come back to the home page. As you can see, this is what it looked like prior to adding that color section. We'll go ahead and refresh the page now. Okay, so as you can see, we have our little contact form here. We have our headline. Obviously, this headline needs to be bigger. And then we also need to add our YouTube video. So I'm going to go back over to one of my YouTube videos and just grab it and paste it in there as an example. I'm going to grab the embed code. I think that's what they want. I'm going to click on video. And okay, so you can just insert the link to a video by URL. So I could just grab that URL, paste it in there, hit save changes, and then we'll make this headline bigger. And on a per headline basis, using the Enfold theme, you can actually choose how big you want your headline to be. So we'll make it really big. We'll make it like 60 pixels big. Hit save changes. Go ahead and update the page. Refresh. Now, as you can see, we have the refuse to be average headline, the small headline below that. Then we have the divider here. We have our contact form, and we also have our video here on the right. Doesn't that look nice, guys? I mean, that's just really awesome. And then we have below that this section here, which I've already made, and I can actually make this look a little bit nicer, just so you guys understand how to use the visual editor. So we'll scroll down here, and we'll go ahead and work on this section now. If I scroll down, one thing I probably want to do is grab a divider line. So I can duplicate this divider line because I like it, and drag and drop it between the icon boxes and the headline here, okay? And what I'm going to do is go ahead and delete that out of the equation, that paragraph. And also, I'm going to delete this one as well. I'm actually going to create a headline above this paragraph, okay? And then we just want to add our headline here. We'll center it. And then we'll make it 60 pixels. We'll just make it bigger, okay? And we'll keep the subheadline out of this specific headline and update. And we'll come back over here and update the page. Now, if we scroll back over the home page and refresh, you can see that we now have this nice divider line here. And remember in the other video when we went over the color coordinating and color sections and things like that, well, I added a really nice red pinstripe border to the alternate color section. And remember, if you can remember, I created this color section and made it the alternate color. So automatically, the Enfold will place a red border. Also, your elements within this alternate color section will be displayed in a red color as well. So doesn't that look nice, guys? And if we scroll down a little bit further, we can see that we have our custom headline here. It's huge, it's 60 pixels. Then we have our paragraph here, just talking a little bit more about the site. So that's one way to create your homepage. Obviously, there's just a lot more things you can do. Let's go ahead and add a testimonial slider below this color section as well. So the first thing I want to do is grab the color section and drag and drop it at the bottom. Then I want to scroll back to the top, click on content elements. You could also add team members, tables, full width button, however you wanted to do it. Really, I mean, guys, you can do so much with this theme. We'll add the testimonials, okay? Drag and drop it. And then what I also want to do is display a full width button below the testimonials. So if we had a call to action, this would be the perfect place to put it. Get instant access to my course. Okay. And then you could go ahead and add in your URL, or you could just select a post or page where you wanted to send them to from this button. Alternatively, you can choose to customize the button on a per page basis. You can choose the theme color also. Theme color minimal or whatever, blue, red, green, orange, whatever you want to do. And then hit save changes. Actually, I'm going to go back over here and enter an additional description. Let's say $90 every month. Okay? And we'll hit save changes. And as you can see, we have a nice call to action button here. And so let's go ahead and add a couple testimonials. You just hit the plus button and bam, you got different testimonials there, guys. I'm going to add some dummy text. So just type in dummy text in Google, click on dummy text generator. And obviously, I'm not going to do any sales copy for you guys throughout these tutorials, but you know, if you are not good with copy, you could always get a hold of me and I can recommend someone to you. Or you could always check out Odesk or Elance or a site like that, and you can find a really good copywriter that is very affordable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just grab a little text here for our 3 testimonials that we created. Come back over here and click on the first one, and we'll just enter Seth Riley, okay, CEO of White Hat Mastermind. And then you can add in your quote here for the testimonial. You can also insert an image. So I'm just going to grab this just as an example. Hit save changes. Scroll down to this one. And we'll type in, let's see here. What do we want to do? We'll type in Tony Cates. And then we'll add another image. Tony, you're going to be a girl. All right, and then we'll put CEO of Refuse. And then we'll punch in our dummy content there, hit save changes. Actually, we'll just go ahead and use 2 testimonials for now, and then you guys can just see what it looks like. So we have the testimonial as a grid right now. You can use it as a slider or a large slider. We'll just do a large slider, okay? And we'll slideshow duration, we'll just do 5 seconds. And then hit save changes. Remember we added the big full width button at the bottom of the Enfold site. So we'll go ahead and refresh the home page. Scroll down to the bottom. Bam, look at that, guys. We got a really nice testimonial here. Obviously, these pictures will be displayed differently depending on how your dimensions are set up. But you can click on the slider and click through the different testimonials here. Look how nice this homepage is, guys. I mean, I just created this with the Visual Editor in like 10 minutes, right? And then if you scroll down here, bam, look at that. We have this huge call to action button at the bottom. But of course, if we do the hover is too light. So what we can do is scroll back over and we can adjust the colors of this button. If you click on colors on the full width button, we can choose blue or red. Let's choose red. Background hover color. Let's choose gray, okay? Actually, black. No, we'll use gray. Gray looks good. Save changes, update, come back over here and refresh the page. Boom, look at that. We have this huge button here, guys. Another thing you can do to make these pages really cool is you can add a little arrow at the bottom of each color section. So if we scroll over this color section to edit it, the top one of course, this section bottom border style, you can choose to display a small arrow. You can also choose to display a scroll down arrow, so select that as well. Hit Save Changes, update the page. That's a new update that Enfold just came out with for this theme. Very cool. Boom, look at that, guys. It's actually it's actually animated. So if we click it, boom, takes us to the next section. This theme is amazing. So we went ahead and created the home page. I want to show you how to set up a landing page style as well. So what I'm going to do is actually use the amazing feature that Enfold has built right in, the template saver option, and we're going to go ahead and save this template and call it home page template, or just home page. Save changes and update the page. Now what I'm going to do is just click on add a new page at the top here. I'm going to call this landing, okay? And then I'm going to select advanced layout editor, and we're going to select, the Enfold editor, select template, then select home page, and then boom, bam, we have a landing page. We almost have a landing page, right? So what I want to do is, if you look over here in the page attributes, you can choose to actually have a blank template, no footer, no header, and that's great, right? So you just want to select blank, okay? And then that's the template style, and then you want to make sure that you have no sidebar, and then hit publish. Now what I'm going to do is go over to this page and type in landing. So as you can see, we have a landing page style now. There is no header on this page. Isn't that awesome, guys? So if you wanted to create like a product page or something, you could easily do that just by using the blank page template that Enfold has built right in. But you can see there's a problem up here. What we're doing is we're showing the breadcrumbs and the title. So we want to make sure we delete that off the page as well. So if you scroll down here, you can see title bar settings. If we select to display the title only or breadcrumbs, you could do that. But for the landing page, you want to hide both, okay? Go ahead and hit update, come back over to the page, and refresh. So if we wanted to add some more call to action options, we'll add a nice long button here. We'll actually add a smaller button here, okay? One way I like to do it, you could either use, well, we want to click on content elements first. You could either use a full width button or a regular size button, and we'll go ahead and use a regular size button. So we just want to grab that button, drag it below the icon boxes, and drop it in there. And then we could say, purchase now. Then you just want to add your link in right there. Also, your color options, we want to do the theme color subtool. And hit Save Changes, update, come back over here, refresh the page. Oh yeah, and we got this cool little button we can click. Click that, boom, it drops us down. So we dropped in a nice little Enfold button here. Obviously that's way too small and we need to space it out. So we're going to come back over to the Visual Editor and we'll go ahead and duplicate this divider line, drag and drop it in between the content boxes and the button. We want to edit this divider line and just make it white space. Hit Save Changes, click on the Purchase Now button, and you can see it's the size here. We can choose extra large. You can choose the center, left or right. We'll keep it in the center. And then we can come back over here, hit Update Changes, come back over to the main site, or the main landing page that we're working on right now. Refresh the page. And as you can see, we have a really nice big button here, okay? In case you wanted to have a landing page set up. Optionally, you could have a button inside these icon boxes as well. There's a lot of different things you could add with the Enfold theme, including, obviously these testimonials, the full width buttons. Let's go over have a look at some of the cool elements. So you could do like a notification across the top if you wanted to as well. You could have a content slider, a full width content slider if you wanted to add that to the page. You would just simply drag and drop it. Now if you were going to set up a slider here, you would have to actually come over here where it says layer slider WP, and that's the Enfold slider that they use, okay? And you would have to build your slider there. We're not going to be building a slider today because it takes a little bit of time to do that, and I would also have to create custom images, so it just takes too much time. But I wanted to give you guys an understanding of the visual editor and actually building a theme for Enfold from scratch, okay? So we're going to go ahead and delete this slider element out of here, and there's a headline rotator, an icon basically option here. You can choose an icon list, an icon box, tabs, accordions, promo boxes, contact form. You could have blog specific elements on this page too. So if we wanted to drag and drop the, like recent posts or something, we'll just add it in here. No, actually we'll add it below this paragraph. It'll probably look better. If we select the blog specific elements, you can choose what you want to display, the entries for a custom taxonomy or the blog post. We'll choose the blog post, and then you can simply select this and select Shift to highlight all the different categories, or individually select your categories as well. And then you can choose to display how much content you want. We'll do the excerpts with the Read More button, and then we'll have a single author with a big preview image. We'll have three posts on this, okay, with no offsets and pignation, and also we'll use pagination. And then you want to update the page, come back over to the landing page that we created, refresh it, and if you scroll down, you can see that we have 3 giant recent posts here. Obviously, you can format these differently. So as you can see, we created a really nice looking home page from scratch using the Enfold Visual Editor. And we have the full width slider that automatically rotates the testimonials at the bottom, which is very cool, with the testimonial picture as well, the thumbnail picture. We created the secondary menu navigation. Optionally, you could actually have an on-page menu navigation as well. And I'll show you that element right now. Okay, so what you want to do is click on Content Elements. And there is an option right here, a feature, it's called Full Width Submenu. So if you took this submenu and simply dragged and dropped it, let's say below the contact form and the video, you could click on it to edit it and pick which menu you would like to display on the page. It's very cool, guys. We'll just go ahead and display the main menu for now, just to see what it looks like. Hit Save Changes, update the page, come back over to your main home page and refresh the page. And if we scroll down, as you can see, we added actual on-page menu navigation. And you can choose to style this menu right here based off the 5 different color sections that Enfold uses. Very cool, right? So if we wanted to have maybe a darker color menu, we could come back over to the on-page menu. And then you could basically just select what colors you want to display here, the menu colors. And like I said, we have those 5 elements. So the logo area, the main content area, the alternate content area, the footer, and the socket. We'll display the socket colors here for the on-page menu because it's a darker color. And then we'll update the page, come back over to the home page, hit refresh, scroll down, and as you can see, we have an on-page menu here that looks absolutely amazing. And if you scroll down, guys, it's so cool. It actually sticks below the main menu, as you can see, as we're scrolling down the page. So we have 3 layers of menus here, okay, including the bottom footer menu. I mean, the Enfold theme is absolutely amazing. Now, if you wanted to see what this looked like on a mobile view, all you'd have to do is grab your screen, your browser, and compress the page. And as you can see, the main menu has a button now, and so does the on-page menu. If you click that, it has a drop-down. It's very mobile friendly. So there's 3 layers of menus here, guys, just for the header, really. I guess you could call it an on-page menu. And you can put this on-page menu anywhere you wanted on your site. And that's why I like the Enfold theme so much for membership sites, is because, you know, when you have a course set up, it really makes it cool to use the main menu navigation for your main topics. And then if you have different lessons for each page, you could just have all your lessons displayed on an on-page menu. How cool would that be, right? So thank you so much for watching the Enfold series. I hope you learned a lot, and you know, go through these videos a couple times if you need to really understand how to build a beautiful, fully responsive WordPress website with the Enfold theme. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes, and you know, if you could give me a 5-star review or an honest review, that'd be wonderful. I really appreciate all of you. Make sure you also subscribe on YouTube as well. Make sure you check out my blog. I love you guys. Take care.